Hi, my name's Phil Hunter, and I'm the Executive Director of Georgia Works, a business located in Atlanta, Georgia. But I wasn't always an executive director. I grew up in a stable, sheltered home, was on the honor roll at every level, graduated college, and if you'd met me in 1988, you'd say, sure, he could become an executive director. That was until I tried my first drug, cocaine. I was married, had a good job, had a young child at home, but addiction began to slowly eat away at my life. By the time my wife and I separated and ultimately divorced, addiction had completely taken over my life. One night in 2002, sleeping in my car, I received a phone call. It was my teenage daughter. She was calling, said, "Daddy, where are you? I'm worried about you." She finally said, "Daddy, I can't do this anymore." You see, I have a very strong daughter and a very caring daughter, and she was not about to give up on me. That conversation ended with the statement, "You're still my daddy." Later, when I was arrested for stealing money from an employer, they too, the courts too, saw that I was more than a homeless man and more than addicted and was offered long-term treatment to be able to clear my record. I then got a job at the task force for the homeless as a bus driver, and I was on my way back to being the father that I'd always been. But that's not true for a lot of homeless men. You see, in Atlanta, there are a lot of programs that do a lot of good work, but there are two problems that we face quite often. Programs often offer a meal and a bed, things that help people survive, but then folks have to go to a lot of different places for other services. Two, a lot of programs offer services for women and women with children, so if you're a single man with lots of problems, there aren't many opportunities for you. The Georgia Works response to those two issues is the foundation of what makes our program work. There are 5 key areas to our success. 1, a long-term commitment. It takes time to overcome addiction. It takes time to change habits. So we ask our men to commit to 6 to 12 months to work on themselves. 2, we provide intensive case management for our men. A lot of the men have gone through past abuse, have had psychological issues, dealt with addiction. Along with these, we offer many, many classes and counseling and things for guys to be able to get the help that they need. 3, we provide a doorway to employment. We help men overcome the barriers of not having a driver's license, of past due fines, no bank account. We knock those obstacles and barriers down so that they can become gainfully employed. 4, we offer a low-risk staffing business for our men. We contract with over 70 businesses in Atlanta for their labor needs, so they get the opportunity to try out a man and actually watch him transform from being dependent to being a good employee. Finally, financial responsibility. Each man is now working and making money from his own work as opposed to taking handouts and doing illegal activities. This restores his dignity and his self-esteem. Finally, while a man is at Georgia Works and he's working on himself, he is working on becoming self-sufficient, he's also learning how to be a good employee at a private business. Our employers are coming to find that these men are actually great guys in spite of their past. So that's how it works. Now, how well does it work? I'm happy to say that over the last 5 years, we've graduated 575 men to self-sufficiency and boast an 80% success rate of our graduates. A recent study done by Georgia Tech School of Business shows that for every dollar invested in Georgia Works, there's a $6 to $12 return to the community in savings, recidivism savings, and also men using emergency services. What I'm most proud of is that 1/3 of our employees are graduates of our program. To look at these men, you'd never know that they were ever homeless. That's what I call restored. Let me pause for a moment on that word restored. Homeless men don't begin estranged from their families. They don't begin being kept from their kids because of drug and alcohol addiction. They weren't always seen as lazy and faced with addiction. However, we believe that if a man comes in Georgia Works, if he stays focused, if he works hard, that he too can be restored. Just like Jamarcus, who came through our program and is now a graduate, he was restored to the father that he always wanted to be. He was a good mentor and a good role model for his girls. So, you can imagine with all this success that we're expanding, and we are. Here in the very near future, we will be expanding to Cobb County, Georgia, and we'll be opening an office in Charleston, South Carolina. And we really need to do this. It breaks my heart to see in poor communities where the role model is the drug dealer on the corner. It's my hope that as we work with these men and their lives are restored, that they will be restored back into the communities and they will become the role models for our communities. That's my dream. It may not happen in my lifetime, but that's my dream. Thank you very much.